Have you ever wondered why everyone is talking about startup in India? Why is the government actively encouraging people to leave jobs and build companies? And most importantly, what legal benefits do startups actually get under Indian law? Because let's be honest, starting a business in India is not just about ideas, it's about navigating laws, taxes, compliance, and regulation. In today's video, I'm going to break down the legal benefits under the Startup India scheme in a way that is simple, practical, and extremely useful, especially if you're a law student, entrepreneur, or a legal professional. Hi, everyone. This is Aishwarya Sandeep, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are diving into one of the most important policy initiatives in India, Startup India. Launched in 2016, this initiative is not just a government scheme, it's a legal ecosystem designed to promote innovation and entrepreneurship. But here is the most important part. Most people only know about the funding benefits. Very few actually understand the legal advantages that the startups get. And that's what exactly we are going to decode today. Let's begin with what is startup legally. Now, before we talk about benefits, we also need to understand who qualifies as a startup. Under the DPIIT guidelines, your entity has to be a private limited company, LLP, or a partnership firm. It should be less than 10 years, and your turnover should be under 100 crores. And most importantly, it should be working towards innovation, scalability, or a job creation. This recognition is not just a label, it's a legal getaway. Without this recognition, you cannot access most of the benefits we are about to discuss. Let's talk about the biggest advantage, that is the tax exemption under the previous income tax acts. So, startups which are eligible can get up to 100% tax exemption on profits for 3 consecutive years out of 10 years. Now, from a legal perspective, this is something that's very huge. The Supreme Court in CIT versus Bajaj Tempo Limited clearly stated that incentives should be interpreted liberally to promote economic growth. So this benefit is not just financial; it also reflects a policy intent backed by judicial reasoning. Startups are exempt from tax on investments received above the fair market value. Now, this was earlier a major issue for startups, but now DPIIT recognized startups get a relief. This encourages venture capitalists and private investment. Let's talk about my favorite subject, the IPR benefit. So, a lot of startups get fast track patent examination, up to 80% rebate on patent filing fees, and government support facilitators. This is governed by your Patents Act and your Trademark Act. In Novaright's case, the Supreme Court emphasized balancing innovation with public interest. Startup India strengthens this by making IP protection accessible and affordable. Now, let's address the biggest fear that any company founder has, the compliance. Startup India reduces this burden significantly. How? Let's begin with labor laws. Startups can self certify under laws like Industrial Disputes Act, EPF Act, Gratuity Act. Environmental laws. For low risk industry, compliance is simplified. This means fewer inspection, less bureaucratic interference. This is a direct step towards ease of doing business. Now, here is what most people don't talk enough about. What happens if your startup fails? God forbid. Under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, startups can wind up within 90 days. In Innoventi Industries versus ICICI Bank, the Supreme Court emphasized time bound resolution. This creates a system where failure is not punished, risk taking is encouraged, and that is something that's very essential for innovation. Let's talk about government support and funding. The government also supports startups through Fund of Funds, which is a 10,000 crores corpus, credit guarantee schemes, easier access to loans, and legally, this is structured through SEBI registered funds and financial regulations. Let's talk about public procurement benefits. That is, startups do get advantages in government tenders. Even if you have no experiences, there is no turnover requirement, and there is an exemption from earnest money deposit. This allows startup to compete with larger companies. Now let's talk about the challenges. Let's be realistic, not everything is perfect. Some challenges which include under Startup India are strict eligibility criteria, approval delays, and ambiguity in innovation definition. Even courts, like in Vodafone case, have emphasized the need for clarity in tax laws. So, what can we conclude? Startup India is not just a scheme, it's a legal framework designed to support entrepreneurship. From tax benefits to IP protection, from compliance relaxation to fast exit mechanism, the law is actively enabling startup to grow. But, and this is important, these benefits only work if you understand and use them correctly. If you found this video helpful, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And if you're a law student or entrepreneur, comment below and let me know what topic you want me to cover next. And I'll see you in the next video.